This is the handout that's right above here on your haiku page. So let's do a few of these guys together just in case you need a little extra practice. So there are 4 things that we're going to do with each of these angles. So A, B, C, D. Okay, kind of organize ourselves. The first thing I want to do is kind of see what that angle looks like. We want to know what the terminal side is. So here's your initial side, and this is thirds. So that's 3, 6. Well, 5 is going to be down here somewhere. That's where your angle is, and that's going to end up in the 4th quadrant. To double check yourself, you can see what the degree measure is going to be. So we can take that 5 pi over 3 and multiply it by, well, if I want my pi's to cancel, then it's going to be 180 over pi. 3 and 180 reduce, that's 60. So now this is 300. See, I don't even want to use a calculator unless I need to. And yes, that is quadrant 4. Give one positive and one negative coterminal angle. So we are back to this. So now what I'm going to have to do is add and subtract 2 pi. So 2 pi, remember? I'm going to make it thirds, and 2 is going to be 6 thirds. So if I want to get the positive one, then I'm going to do 5 pi plus 6 pi, that's 11 pi over 3, that's pi. 11 pi, I probably made it worse, that's 11 pi over 3. And then 5 pi minus 6 pi is 1 pi, pi over 3. Don't write the 1, it actually hurts when you do that. It's like a 1x. Finding the reference angle. Well, it's thirds. There's your giveaway. So this is your reference angle, and that's pi over 3. That's all that is. I'm going to do this guy here because it's negative. So I'm going to draw myself a little picture so that I can see it better. Here's my initial side, and 6, 7 is going to be up here somewhere. Okay, so A, B, C, D. This is going to be quadrant 2. I'm going to take my negative 7 pi over 6 and multiply it. I need my, whoops, looks like I started a pi. My pi's to cancel, and 180 over pi. This reduces to 30. 7 times 30 is 210, and it's negative. So that's negative 80, 10. Perfect sense. Now we're going to again be adding and subtracting our 2 pi. Plus or minus 2 pi, or plus or minus 360. Okay, we'll do the 360s on the other side. I'll do a degree one. And this is 6, which means 12 pi. So negative 7 plus 12 pi, that's going to give you your 5 pi over 6. Negative 7 minus 12, that's going to be negative 19 pi over 6. And then we want the reference angle, well, it's 6, right? So it's pi over 6. The other guys follow the same. The answers are also already posted. Let's do one in case you want a little practice with the degrees. Let's do number 11 because it's negative. Let's do that guy. So that's negative 270, and then a little bit more. It's going to bring me to here. Going to end in quadrant 1. So what I'm going to do is take that, and I'm going to add and subtract my 360 degrees. If I take, I don't know what it is when I subtract, I only know what it is when I add. If you add 360, that would help, right? So let me clear this out. Negative 315 plus 360. It's your 45, which is also your reference angle. I'm going to write it in both. Negative 675. And we're careful about our radians, and C is converting. So I'm going to take my negative 315 degrees, and I want my degrees to cancel, so I put the 180 on the bottom, pi. This divided by, well, I know it's a 45 degree angle, right? So I know it's going to be pi over 4, and it's going to be 7 pi over 4 and negative, but we may as well do this. Negative 315 divided by 180, enter, Math, enter, enter. And there's your negative 7/4. Do not forget your 7 pi over 4, right? 4 pi, almost 8 pi, but we stopped short, and there's your 7 pi and pi item. We have a couple things going on down here. So number 19 we'll take a look at. I don't think I need to do them all. Coterminal angles. So if we know that guys are coterminal, or if we want to see that they're coterminal, then what we want to do is we want to know, starting at 1, so pick 1 to start with, is the other guy going to be plus or minus a multiple of 360 or 2 pi. So we want to know if we can add 360 times 2, 3, 4, whatever it is, or add 2 pi. K. So K is going to be that constant, because maybe you have to do this 3 times, so then times 3, that kind of a thing. I just do them one at a time just to see when I get here. So now we're going to do that negative 4 pi over 3, and because, whoops, plus, and it is thirds, and I'm going to be doing 2 pi's, which is 6 pi. I'm going to add, because I want to get to a positive number, 20, and I'm going to ignore the thirds in my denominator and use it in my answer. Negative 4 plus 6, got to keep going, plus 6, and there it is. So there's my 20. I did reach this 20 here, so it's 20 pi. Over 3 is a coterminal angle. All those others that we saw along the way are also coterminal angles. This guy here, you would start at 440, and you would add a 360, add another 360, and see if you ever stop at 710. And that's how those guys would. Answers are already posted.